missed perfect a few times, not because I am one, but because I am the type of person who wants to make sure everything is perfect and under control. Gusto ko na kung ano yung na-envision ko, yun talaga yung mangyayari. High school pa lang, may planner na ako where I write my everyday to-do list. Hindi pa ako consistent noon, pero nung nasa college na ako, I really had to be disciplined in managing my time. A productive day for me is one where all the boxes in my to-do list are ticked off. It feels great when I think I'm under control because I trust my judgment that my plans are the best for myself and for the people around me. But when things don't go my way, hindi nasunod yung nakasulat sa planner ko or I did badly sa isang task, I beat myself up for it. It ate me up. It consumed my thoughts sa buong maghapon. Hindi ako titigil hanggat di ko nalalaman what went wrong. Sometimes, kapag hindi ko na-figure out kung ano yung maling ginawa ko, na-project ko yung unwanted feelings onto others. In short, naninisi ako. I also tend to expect so much from the people around me. Kung nasa isip ko na ganito ka, dapat ganun ka. Kung sinulat ko sa planner ko na ito yung gagawin natin, dapat gawin mo yun. Kailangan pareho tayo ng mindset. From controlling my circumstances to controlling people on what they should do or think. But of course, the result isn't always how I plan it to be. I can't force people to do what I say or for situations to be always favorable. Now, when these unfavorable situations happen, nawawala ako sa mood at pinanghihinaan ako ng loob. I see these things as my own failures. Takot na takot ako sa failures. Hindi ko gusto yung paramdam na natatalo ako. Whatever it is that I failed at, di ko na babalikan para maiwasan na mag-fail ulit. Kahit ano pa yan, aspirations man, hobbies, or even relationships. Ang mindset ko, if I can't control the results, I'd rather not do it. Naisip ko kasi that the probability of me winning in life would stay high if I just avoid all the things that could bring me failures. Like the previous years, my 2019 was filled with good plans. Starting my graduate studies journey, going back to volunteering at a missions organization, a fulfilling freelance job, and ministry involvement. I was having the time of my life. Everything was going well. To top it off, there was an offer for me to join a team that will go on a mission trip outside the country. All expenses paid. I just had to provide my details for the bookings and then I was good to go. But sadly, I was not able to go. There had been some problems along the way, but I bargained with God to give me this because, after all, He knows my heart's desire, and it was to serve Him. So I did my best and exhausted all the ways for this to become a reality, but to no avail. I was confused. This was an endeavor for Him, and yet it was a disaster, a failure. While the team was on that mission trip, a life-changing moment happened to me. Now, what I will say may sound tragic, but believe me when I say it isn't, and I'll tell you why. I was diagnosed with major depressive disorder, and during that time, I lost all control. Nobody knew that I had it. I didn't know I had it, or maybe I had just set it aside for a very long time, that I didn't know I was already suffering big time. There were no visible signs. I just exploded one sleepless night and lost all control. Yes, including control of my very mind. Now, why did I say this isn't really tragic? It's because God knew. God knew that it was best for me to stay and deal with what's in front of me. In my eyes, I looked well, but he knew that I was not. And if I had gone to that mission trip, I would just be prolonging my agony, or probably make it worse. That specific time was the time he intended for me to finally face the inevitable. It was the sweetest time for me to finally tread the journey to healing. If I had known early on that I needed help, I would have prayed to him to orchestrate a time I can afford to start the healing process. But I did not know it. He knew it even before I realized I needed it. He knew what I would say even before I speak it. Psalms 139:4-6. Even before I speak, you already know what I will say. You are all around me on every side. You protect me with your power. Your knowledge of me is too deep, it is beyond my understanding. Can you imagine that? I would only know it as a failure if it weren't for his wisdom revealed. The Lord is truly in control. What happened to me is God's way of telling me, Anak, this time let loose. You're not in control. I am. And my ways are perfect. Trust in me. My plans are better than what's written on your planner.